a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On the set. You. Get it.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Now a play fake here on first down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, backstrap. Go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Now Kamara. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy. Take care of the football. We're on the road. You're a youngster. Let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you. Move on. Long way to go in this one.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and now it's second down. To throw is Jackson. To throw again. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now after that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on third and long. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1 yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Ready, break.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know the thought?
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. Taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They run for the first time with Justice Hill. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Let's get
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
Set, hut. 10, touchdown. Eat. Hayward. 55 is mine, guy. 55. I got you, boy. Check. 55 to mine.
Now Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Topper! Go!
They go play action here on 1st down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10. There goes a deep ball. End zone. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this 1st half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the 1st quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the 1st quarter as that's a 1st down.
61, match box, right.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, we got 4 down. Defense.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. These 2 teams all tied after 1.
Down. 60. Rusty Pittsburgh. Hey, Charlie.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to go down again. Tyus Bowser in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. With it is Brown. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
No, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position. A couple of first downs in order to get some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
At the 4-yard line.
That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 33. And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
First down, and it's Hill again. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry, it's Hill. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 2nd down now. It's Hill looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Jackson now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Well, they started that drive all the way back at the 1, able to march down, get 3.
It was daunting to begin with, wasn't it? But I thought overall, a very poised and efficient drive to get 3 points.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. He sets to fire deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Allen. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL's record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Play action. Now Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 87 yards. As the Ravens push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Smooth.
They'll set up to throw. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. A gain there of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. He's going to go for a big play down. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brian Allen. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Jackson now, throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Connor on first down, not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a couple. Second down coming up. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
64.
On second down, Kamara. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. There's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit him, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was a nice score.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. I kind of admire him. And he fires one that's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, and that'll bring up second down.
You draw corporate. Five. Watch twist. Now.
He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver, and now it's third down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Yeah.
They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaq Lawson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding clock.
Now he's going to throw deep right, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. The Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. He'll look to throw. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They'll drop to throw. And it's caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think the 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Hey, Haywood! Go! Let's put that team on the puck.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 9th touchdown of the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Extra point now by Boswell. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game at 17. Chris Boswell to kick off.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The interception on the last drive proved costly, led to the tying score, so 17 all as they come up on a 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, it's Hill. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Antonio Callaway, 79 yards. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. There he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now it's a quarterback. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Michael Pierce in all of his 340-pound glory gets the sack. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Hill going to try the right side. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now a 10th carry for Hill. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 39. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. We know that the rookie's going to go to a top target like that often. That time, though, maybe a little telegraphed.
And that's not unusual because you do tend to lock in on one of your better players, and when under duress, when in doubt, you're going to throw the ball in his direction because oftentimes you could be wrong, but that receiver will make you right. But it won't happen every time. Good defenders know this, and they get attracted to the football.
Again, they run with Hill. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Here's Jackson off the bootleg, rolling to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaq Lawson getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Ravens, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home.